What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another prediction video. Today we are doing the 6th inning prediction. I'm going through some of the rosters. I'm going to pick out the cards I think could be the 6th inning bosses. Obviously we already know that Ken Griffey is one. He's a 99 overall. We know that already. These stats, keep in mind here as I'm going through them, the ones offline, which are the cards I'm looking at to do these, only go up to 99. So realistically they'll be much higher. They'll be different, but they're just something for you to look at while I'm talking about them. Of course, if you guys go on to enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and comment below who you think the other two 6th inning program bosses could be, and then what you think the 200 stars ones are going to be like. Obviously, we've gotten Signature Series the last couple of inning programs, but I'd love to know what you guys think. So, without me talking anymore, let's get into some predictions. For this video, I think I'm just going to lay out a bunch of different ones I think are possible, and at the end I will pick 2, because we already know that Griffey's 1. Normally I pick 3. This time we'll just pick 2. The first one, I think because the Griffey card is going to be sick, the other 2 have to be amazing for it to be a debate, right? You don't just want... The beauty of the choice pack is that you have a question about, oh gosh, who do I take? Well, I think a Signature Series Chipper Jones would make that choice pack interesting. If you have to pick between Signature Chipper and Signature Griffey, I think it's an interesting choice, certainly. But you look at the Chipper Jones card here, obviously God tier hitting. It's going to be above 100 for both sides. 88 and 99 on this card. The fielding is not going to be great, I don't think. I don't think it was great on the Immortal last year. The speed, I imagine, will be around 70-ish, but the hitting is going to be stellar. Obviously he played third base. I believe he'd have shortstop and left field as secondaries, because I know he played left field for a season. But I think Chipper Jones would make the 6th inning choice pack super interesting to go along with Griffey. The other name I've heard tossed around here is catcher Mike Piazza, and that card could be interesting too. We don't have a lot of good catchers in the game. His fielding wouldn't be great. It'd be similar to the Immortal last year, but the hitting would be amazing. And I think that's a lot of these Signature Series, it's going to be hitting over fielding, and Piazza's no different. I think the hitting would be great. There's not a bunch of great catchers, so if you have a lot of outfielders, which there's already a lot of good outfielders, not that Griffey wouldn't be better, but I think Piazza would make it interesting because there's not a lot of great catchers. So if you don't have a great catcher, Piazza would be the move, to be honest. So that'd make it interesting. Last year, 95 Mike Schmidt was amazing in DD, and I think he'd be no different this year in DD. And he could be a sneaky pick to go, be that 6th inning, 300 star boss. Obviously, he'd have amazing fielding, something you don't get from Piazza or Chipper. I'm talking like 90 plus, so diamond fielding, great arm. The speed would be a little lower than, say, maybe Chipper, and definitely Griffey, but the hitting would be up there, I think. Schmidt, of course, a guy who, as we look at his card here, had a career batting average of 267. He had an OPS, though, of 908, so the power is going to be really good. The average maybe wouldn't be as good, but, I mean, he had a year where he hit 316, so you could cherry pick the average from there. I think Mike Schmidt could be an interesting card for that 300 stars guy. So one guy, and I don't know how they would do this card, but Babe Ruth. I don't know that they'd make him a pitcher because you wouldn't be able to choose when you use him. I don't think, even if you got to choose when you, if you got to choose when you use him, then he's absolutely the move, but you don't. So I don't know that he is, but if he did get a pitching card, his pitching stats would be phenomenal, except for clearly his walks per 9 were not great, but the fielding's good, I guess. He would have good fielding wherever, left field or first base, wherever you'd want to use him in the field. It'd be cool if they made it to where you could use him as a pinch hitter somehow. And maybe he's still able to pitch but has no energy, or you can sub him in at first if you wanted to do that. I don't know, it'd be cool if we figured out a way to have him be able to both pitch and then also hit. The hitting stats, I mean, do I need to say more than just refer you to the card? 99s across the board, 99 bunting for some reason, as if you're going to bunt with Babe Ruth, who has 99 power and contact on both sides and 99 vision. But Babe Ruth certainly would make that choice pack very interesting. The last card I want to talk about here is Ted Williams. Teddy Ballgame. Last year he got an immortal late in the year. You had to win a bunch of event games or something. But Ted Williams, regardless, great hitter. One of the best hitters to ever play the game, in fact. 69 fielding is nice on this card. He wouldn't be the best fielder, and he also wouldn't have the best speed, I don't think, but his hitting is going to be god tier. I'm talking 125s possibly in the contact, and then probably 115 plus in power. It's going to be just amazing. As we look at some of his numbers here, he was a career 344 hitter. So think about that. And he's a guy that ended with a career OPS, guys, of 1116. Like 125s across the board is not completely unrealistic for Ted Williams, and I think that card could make the pack very interesting. Like, I might go Ted Williams over Griffey if that's the case. But man, I don't know. It makes his card, it makes the choice pack interesting. I suppose if I had to pick one pitcher, it would be this guy. This would be the pitcher I'd want. A Signature Series Max Scherzer card would be sick, I think. A guy with a 3.22 ERA, but the last 4 years of his career he's had a below 3 ERA. I mean, he's pitching 200 innings a year. He's getting close to 20 wins a year. He's getting strikeouts. Yeah, this guy's just good. He's just a good pitcher. And I think the Signature Series would be amazing. I mean, we're talking about a guy here that averages 12 Ks per night, like 12.24 in 2018. He's pitching really well this year. 12.02 in 2017. Even just a Signature Series card taking the last 3 years would be crazy good. So, yeah, Max Scherzer here. I would like a Signature Series, and if they maintain having a pitcher in every one, Max Scherzer to me is the way to go. So realistically, who do we think is going to be the other two? I'm going to go out on a limb and say they don't go pitcher here. We have a lot of good pitchers in the game. To me, if you give us a pitcher as a 95 overall, that works for me. I don't think any pitcher is going to be able to be chosen over, say, Ken Griffey or any of these other cards that I just threw out. So I think we'd maybe see them pass on a pitcher and just give us two really good hitting options apart from Griffey. I think the ones that make the most sense to me, potentially, you could get Ted Williams in the game, just because for the sole fact that he's going to be a similar hitter, if not a better hitter than Griffey. But Griffey's going to have range and fielding over Ted Williams. So it's going to be interesting there. So Ted Williams is my first pick. The other pick here, it's got to be Chipper Jones. I think Chipper Jones, he's an infielder. It gets away from the outfielder. I know he's a secondary in left field, but he's going to be a third base primary in his Signature Series card. He's going to have power, he's going to have contact, a little bit of fielding, a little bit of speed. This card's going to be versatile. I think those two cards, to me, make that choice pack the most interesting. But, of course, I could be wrong. I think I got one card right last time. So hopefully we get at least one right this time, if not both. But yeah, that's going to pretty much do it for the video, guys. Make sure you leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment below who you think the other two bosses are going to be. And I will catch you guys tomorrow, I guess, with, we're going to break down the program. So, catch you guys in the next one.